Thank you. I think there's going to be a new rule at the Harvard Club to never give the mic last to a Boston kid.
Yeah! Whoa!
3 to 5 minutes is almost criminal law. Dove only did about a minute and a half, so I'm going to take his Yeah, exactly. No more penalties, right? Table 7, heads up, and I think that's table 5. This is my suit for my playing days. It's a little bit tighter. It could be a button that takes an eye out during the speech. Just heads up in the front row. Also, my GPA was not high at all. But what's going on with the club? Anyone else notice that, or is it just me? Did you? Yeah. That's a V. Is that not a V? Is this Harvard University a scam? Like, what's this is a basic word. Well, okay. Alright. You guys can officially start the clock now, I think. 10 minutes, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, I had to write this down because so much I could say, but I gotta keep it dialed in here. So, I remember the first time Chet Stone popped the trunk of his Lincoln Town car in the stockyard parking lot, and he gave me my first pair of D-Hots. I was in middle school, and that was a seed planted that was often watered every time CJ and I were able to skate at the break or watch a hockey game from the Zamboni Bay. Mark Manning would pick me up and take me and CJ to watch Harvard play, and he would often say to me, "That dog, you're gonna play here someday." That was a classic Mark Manning comment, on the one hand chirping me for being overweight, and on the other hand acknowledging that he believed in me. Sometimes all the young underdog needs to accomplish his big dreams are a few people in his corner supporting him. Looking back, I didn't have a few people in my corner. God provided an army of people who supported and believed in me. And the general of this army was my mom. And you saw a lot of them on stage here today. So I grew up 3 miles from here on Mapleton Street in Brighton. I was a local boy that grew up in a broken home but had some big dreams. I wanted to play Division I college hockey. I wanted to play in the Bean Pod. I wanted to play in the NHL. And I wanted to play in the Olympics. And people thought I was crazy. This award is special and it's shared. It's special because of the group of 600 plus athletes that I'm joining right now in the Hall of Fame. There's a long, long list of amazing athletes that I'm joining, and I'm very honored for that. It's special because I get to enter into the Hall of Fame with my goalie and friend Dove, who saved my ass many times on the ice and helped me off the ice get my degree that I promised my mom I would get. On a side note, I literally had no idea how amazing a career Dove had. I am sarcastic, that was not sarcastic. I truly am impressed. He was a heck of a goalie and a large part of our success. And what he accomplished was unbelievable first in so many things. So Dove, congratulations. One thing they left out, and Ryan Landon reminded me of it tonight, but you were definitely last in playing the puck. 100%. But congratulations. I obviously had to chip you, buddy. Love you. So this award is also shared. It's shared with every single coach, teammate, trainer, team, and rink staff, friend of Harvard hockey, alumni, fan, and my friends off the ice while at Harvard. It's shared with every youth hockey coach, youth hockey organization, the St. Sebastian's family, Bobby Orr, Paul Krapelka, Mike Boyle, Dominic Sardo, and Paul Vincent, to name a few. Every single one of you and more helped to make this a reality. Thank you. First and foremost, I need to thank my parents. It takes a man and a woman, and for you two, a crazy and wild night in Montreal, I heard, to make a baby. And thank you for that. Dad, seriously, thank you for being there. It means a lot. Mom, just saying thank you almost seems, it almost seems criminal when I think of the sacrifice that you made for me and Keith growing up. As a father of 4 right now, and happily married to my incredible wife, I appreciate even more now what it took for you to raise two boys pretty much by yourself as a single mom. And as you know, I work with a lot of athletes now. I work with youth athletes, the pro athletes, and I tell them, all of them, to pursue excellence. And excellence is not perfection. Excellence is doing the best you can with what you have at any given moment. And based on that definition, Mom, you pursued excellence while raising me, and for that I'm grateful. To my brother Keith, you played high school hockey for Brighton High in Ward number 5. As your little brother, I wanted to do whatever you did. Thank you for your help and support over the years. Thank you for helping Mom out and paying for our tuition so we could afford to come here, even though we got a lot of financial aid, and I thank Harvard for that. But it still was hard on us. We did not grow up with money, and so I thank my older brother for helping out with that, and also for everything that he accomplished. He inspired me to dream big, because he did some really cool things and continues to do some cool things. To Ronnie Ralston, Nate Lehman, and Mark Mazzolini, thank you for recruiting me to come to Harvard. You three believed in me, and you helped me and the boys win a few championships. Thank you. Teddy Donato, Bobby J, Gene Riley, Sean McCann, Mike Welch, and Bruce Irving, thank you for everything you did for me and the team. You all left your mark on Harvard hockey and on me. Teddy, you are still leaving your mark on this program, and I believe you can bring a national championship back to this campus someday. Chetty, Tolsey, Kevin, Emo, Edzo, and Odie, you guys were the behind-the-scene guys that made playing for Harvard so special. Thank you. To all my teammates from 2001 to 2005, thank you. It was my pleasure to play alongside all of you, winning 2 ECAC championships and playing in all 4 ECAC championship games and playing in 4 NCAA tournaments in 4 years is the biggest accomplishments that I'm most proud of, for sure. To my classmates, Ryan, Dove, Flinny, Bernie, Ledsy, and Tommy, I love you guys like brothers, and I'm grateful for every one of you. Thank you all. And to my crew here tonight, CJ, Pete, Kev, and Paul, you all have been huge supporters of my career from before my Harvard days. You were all dear friends. Thank you. And to Danny Cuddy, you are still one of my all-time favorite coaches. Never underestimate the impact a volunteer Little League baseball coach can have on a young boy's life. Keep pouring into young men and women in Boston. You have a gift, and the city is better because of you. To my wife, Alyssa, it's crazy to think that I didn't know you during this time of my life. Thank you for holding down the fort at home and taking care of our 2 youngest girls and 30-plus animals that we now have on our acreage, exactly how I grew up in Boston. Right now. Alyssa, you are a blessing to me, and you are now my biggest fan, and I love you. And in closing, it was a privilege to play for Harvard hockey. I loved putting on the Harvard hockey sweater as I knew the roots and tradition of Harvard hockey were so rich. So many amazing players had put on that jersey before me. I love seeing Veritas on the jersey. What a powerful crest that is. Truth. When I was a student athlete here, I was ignorant of the truth about Harvard and about how Harvard began. The history is rich. I hope that it gets back to those rich roots someday. Finally, Addison, Lee, and Wesley. Where are you guys? There you are. I love you both. Thank you both for being here with Dad on this evening. It means a lot. So here's Dad's advice to you two moving forward in life, and never forget it. Addison, listen to your dad. Dream big, pursue excellence, trust God, and whatever you do all things for His glory. Thank you. This has truly been an honor. Thank you.